Amidst fireworks, bright lights, and a foreboding warning, one moment in the new trailer for Season 3 of The Mandalorian has fans buzzing with excitement. There's a new trailer for the third season of The Mandalorian, and that means Star Wars fans everywhere are coming together to find every small detail it teases. This includes the return of characters like Captain Carson Teva, Dr. Pershing, Peli Motto, Greef Karga, and more. We also saw an allusion to the past of the Mandalorian in the form of a statue of IG-11 commemorating his sacrifice. There's also the return of the iconic B-1 droids, which are often the butt of jokes in series such as Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Star Wars: The Bad Batch.
Huh? What's happening? I don't know. Did we win?
However, there's one detail in particular that fans on Reddit found particularly interesting and believe might hint at what might be happening in The Mandalorian's third season. About 1 minute into the trailer, we see a bustling city with tall skyscrapers and flying ships everywhere. Although the galaxy likely holds more than one city with that description, the most iconic one in Star Wars is almost definitely Coruscant, which is a planet entirely covered by a giant city. On Reddit, one user simply exclaimed Coruscant, with another adding, post-Episode 6 Coruscant. This is notable because, at least in the Star Wars shows and films, we have never seen the city-planet chronologically after Star Wars: Return of the Jedi. This means that we would get to see Coruscant as we've never seen it before, potentially gaining news on what has happened there since the dismantling of the Empire and the death of Emperor Palpatine. Another Redditor wrote, "I hope we get it post-Rise of Skywalker too, since so many people still think it was destroyed in The Force Awakens. I hate that they made the surface of Hosnian Prime so similar to Coruscant via the massive skyscrapers. This is referring to a scene in The Force Awakens in which the First Order destroys the similar-looking city planets, which led many to believe Coruscant was no more. As has been shown recently in the 2022 series Andor, Coruscant is where most of the franchise's politics take place, as it is the home of whatever government tends to rule the galaxy at the time, whether it be good or evil. Since The Mandalorian takes place after the Galactic Empire but before the rise of the First Order, this may be one of the few times we get to see the planet in relative peace, though we know that this peace will be short-lived. Of course, fans on Reddit are excited by this possibility. A user wrote, "I'm really hoping the return of Coruscant delivers on some much-needed New Republic development." Responding to this comment, another Redditor said, "We could only hope. Gonna be weird with it just being a planet, though, considering the New Republic's stupid decision of not making it the galactic capital. This is because the New Republic decided to make their home planet Hosnian Prime, which doesn't seem to appear in any of the trailers for The Mandalorian Season 3 so far. Although many people believe the planet is Coruscant and are excited by the prospect, others aren't as convinced. One Reddit user believes the planet might actually be Hosnian Prime, which also features lots of skyscrapers, and being the capital of the New Republic might make more sense to feature if they're indeed delving into that government's politics. They write, "Could technically be Hosnian Prime, which also has pretty urban landscapes." Another Redditor isn't convinced the planet is either of those two, however, writing, "I don't think that's Coruscant, I think it's Chandrilla." They might be right, since the planet was referenced in Andor. With its new relevance to Chandrilla, it might be time to finally get a closer look at the planet, especially since it served as the first capital of the New Republic before it was ultimately moved to Hosnian Prime. The Mandalorian Season 3 premieres on Disney Plus on March 1st.